come into the monitor. I was in the back and looking at the monitor, and that drunk Indian was out here again. I know he was full of whiskey. Shut up out there. That drunken Indian got some feathers. Somewhere along the line, I'll tear him up again. I noticed one other thing. That Tommy Rich is still sticking his nose in it. Things that don't belong to him. That Mass Bowman is sticking his nose in it. That Tony Atlas, we're going to send him back to Africa, no question about. But that egg-sucking dog, drunken Indian, he belongs back on the reservation in a teepee. I'm going to pluck them fellows. I know Thanksgiving is not here, but I just told to pick me a day out and make my own personal Thanksgiving. Well, Indian, I know you're somewhere full of whiskey and looking at that television. Brother, I'm going to pluck them fellows. Tommy Rich, you got a leg that needs going to the doctor, and I'm going to send you there and work on it. Mass vomit. I'm going to pull that mask off you and let everybody know that you are a criminal. There ain't no question about it. What do you think about that, Gordon?
I think we can terminate our conversation, and let's listen to these very important words.
Lad. As the Florida Commanders of South Carolina, weighing in at 220 pounds, Jerry Mahoney.
Jerry Mahoney in the white trunks going up against Ernie the Cat Ladd. Ernie the Cat Ladd, out of Grambling College, All-Pro 5 different years in the NFL. Became a legend in his own time in pro football and has certainly become a legend, although perhaps an irreverent one. And Ladd now offering to shake hands with Mahoney. Ladd catching him, shaking his hand, caught him. And the thing about Ladd is this is a man that you just cannot trust in the ring. Back with Ladd, it doesn't make any difference whether it's a parking lot or in the ring. He's dangerous. Ladd, full body slam on Mahoney, drops him to the canvas. Next week, the Junkyard Dog. That's right, you heard me correctly. Next week, here on Georgia, Championship Wrestling, the Junkyard Dog. And be watching for him. Ladd, tremendous bear hug. Takes his man, drove him into the far turnbuckle. Arm whip. Turnbuckle and Mahoney to the canvas, and Ladd demanding that the man get back on his feet. I'd like to remind you once again, of course, next week we'll be on the air 1/2 hour early. It is Ernie the Cat Ladd dominating the situation with Jerry Mahoney. And Mahoney back to the canvas once again as Ladd has totally dominated this match thus far. Whether you're in New Orleans, Louisiana, Orlando, Florida, or no matter where you live, we invite you to get out and see the matches live in your town. And anytime that you can get a chance to see live wrestling, by all means, take advantage of that opportunity. It's great on television, but twice as exciting in person. Ernie Ladd again closing in on Mahoney, and he is totally decimating this man. Off the ropes. Ladd caught him with that size 17. Got him right square in the face with that 17. Ladd crashing down. The count of three. The count of three is all over. It is all over for young Mr. Mahoney. And so Ernie the Cat Ladd, 6'9", well over 300 pounds, emerges victorious in this particular match. Like to remind...
What a fine-tuned machine right here. I'm going right across the country and clean the country up, Gordon. They got some bums here in Georgia that I guarantee you I'm going to run out. A couple of egg-sucking dogs. That old guy right here used to talk out of the side of his neck like this. Yick, yick, yick. Yuck, yuck, yuck. I run him clean out of Georgia. You had an egg-sucking dog right here named Ole Allison. I run him clean out of Georgia. Well, well, my friend. As a mass vomit got to go. But needless to say, Gordon, I'm going to get rid of that drunken Indian. If he's a whiskey drinker, he has no business belonging to being in wrestling. This is a profession for athletes. You're a whiskey drinker. That masked woman is a criminal. He must be unmasked. Go ahead and let me tell you something, buddy. I saw something today that my eyes, I thought was deceived me. Baron von Raschke and Austin Idol. Apparently one of them has got a hold of some loco weeds. The one has gone loco. And whatever one I find out has gone loco, I will whoop him too.
Thank you so very much. Remember, next week, the Junkyard Dog here on
Georgia, Texas, weighing in at 320 pounds, Stan the Lariat Hansen.
Stan the Lariat Hansen. Well, perhaps we'll get a chance to talk to him a little bit later on. And up against Brannigan. Brannigan, just about the same size as Stan Hansen. Hansen now very quickly gets a side headlock. Brannigan wearing the yellow and black. Up near those ropes, Hansen bows him back out of the ropes, however. And it was Brannigan getting the takedown. He got some extra leverage that time. Hip lock takedown, but Brannigan back on his feet very quickly. Both of these men move with surprising speed for men their size. Brannigan now with a side headlock. And it's Hansen trying to extricate himself now in that top wrist lock. Brannigan. Powerful individual, no question about that. They're into the ropes. Again, the referee calling for the break. I point out, for those of you in the East Point area, certainly American Legion Post number 51 did an outstanding job in a fundraising situation for the MISD Foundation, the Muscular Injury and Skeletal Disease Foundation, and our thanks to them for their efforts. And it is Hansen lashing out with a foot. Catches Brannigan in the pit of the stomach, takes him to his knees momentarily, back on his feet. Full arm drag and twist now by Stan Hansen. Brannigan makes it to the ring ropes and forces the break. No, sir. Hansen pulled him away from those ring ropes, out to the center of the ring once again. And as big as those two are, it doesn't take long to get to the center of the ring either. Good move by Brannigan, however, by Hansen upending him. Nice to have some folks here today from Porterdale, Georgia, and also from Decula, Georgia. Nice to have them here watching the matches. On Super 17, Hansen caught with a shoulder smash, dropped to the canvas. Brannigan back in with a side headlock. Brannigan. Forearm across the back of Hansen, and Hansen has got to be in trouble on those ropes with his knees. Getting away, and Hansen back to the canvas once again. And Brannigan acquitting himself extremely well against the bad man from Borger, Texas, Stan Hansen. You can hear the crowd picking up a chant now. We want the lariat. We want the lariat. That, of course, is what Stan Hansen is famous for. Hansen, short forearms into the rib cage now, one to the base of the skull of Brannigan. Catches Brannigan again into the turnbuckle. Stan Hansen smashes Brannigan. Brannigan outside the ring. Brannigan being given a helping hand by Stan Hansen back into the ring. Brannigan's got some problems. Brannigan coming back to his feet. Hansen moves in on him once again. And as Hansen charged him that time, Brannigan drove a knee into the ribs, caught him in the side of the head with a foot. Hansen is down. Brannigan with a lateral press. Hansen powers out before the count of 3. Hansen catches him with another forearm. High knee lift that staggers Brannigan again. Brannigan has taken a lot of percussions to the head. Into the ropes, the referee calling for the break. By the way, no matter whether you live in Knoxville, Tennessee, or in St. Louis, Missouri, you're watching the finest in championship wrestling right now. But if you ever get a chance to get out and see matches in your area, may I suggest you do so, because as exciting as it is here on television, it's just that much more exciting when you're there in person. Hansen now with an arm drag and twist on Brannigan. Referee checking to see if he wants to concede it. Brannigan, a forearm across the chest of Hansen. And Brannigan proving to be surprisingly tough. Brannigan firing back to the midsection. Now catches Hansen. Forearm that rocks Hansen. Another elbow that rocks Hansen. Hansen in trouble on those ropes. And now a Pier 6 erupting between these two. And the bad man from Borger, Texas is about to lose his temper, that is for sure. Caught him with that lariat coming off. And that was all she wrote in quick order. Once Hansen had his man set and could utilize that lariat, he did it, and did it in no uncertain terms. And that was the end of Mr. Brannigan. Stan Hansen coming this way now. I want to chat with him for just a moment. Try and give him a second here to get his breath. But, Stan, it looked like you finally tired of this man and his tactics.
Well, let me tell you something. That big, nasty Buck Brannigan, 6'5", almost 300 pounds. Now, there's an example of somebody getting into business, and he's on his way up. He's getting tougher and tougher by the day. But what I'd like to talk about, these team people, everybody's talking about teaming up with somebody. I like to see an Indian and a cowboy together in some kind of tournament. The bad man from Borger, Texas, and maybe old Wahoo together as a team. Now you're going to see a team, and I don't care who you are. If we ever team up, they're going to have somebody to reckon with.
No question about that. You talk about... He did indeed. You talk about tag team combinations. What about these two right here? Ray Candy, the Candy Man, and Mr. USA, Tony Atlas. Gentlemen?
You know, it's one thing that I never thought that I would see, and that's Ole Anderson and Thunderbolt Patterson together as a team. But Thunderbolt trusts in the man, and when Thunderbolt trusts in somebody, that man's got to be all right with him. And speaking about tag team action, don't think for 1 minute that me and my man here ain't gonna get in there and do some getting down. Tell him, Tony, we want them tag belts.
You know, everybody talk about what kind of partner they got and everything, but everybody just seems to forget that me and Ray Candy, we in that tournament, Daddy, and we thinking about one thing, we thinking about becoming champions too. And I'm very sure that that belt will fit around me and Ray Candy waist very fast. You know, me and Ray, we go back a long ways. I met Ray in Amarillo, Texas, when I just started into professional wrestling, and Ray drove me around and everything. He taught me a whole lot of things. So when I teamed up with Ray Candy, I know I got a friend, not only a partner, but a dear and trusted friend. And you know, it's hard to find a friend today, you know, with the way things is and everything, with the gas shortage and everything. It's hard to find a good friend. And I could stand here and tell everybody that me and Ray Candy, this is a friend of mine, and they're going to be my tag team partner. And me and Ray, we're going to get in here, we're going to do our best.
Fair enough.
We hope Thanksgiving will be good to us.
Well, we certainly hope that Thanksgiving will be good to all of us. That's for sure. Gentlemen, thank you.
Thanksgiving to all the people.
There you have it, the comments from Ray Candy and Tony Atlas. And we'll be back in just a moment. Managers in professional wrestling. However, with the recent turn of events, Mr. Heenan, you may have gone a step too far.
Everybody thinks they're outsmarting me. Everybody thinks they're forcing me and pushing me around. Well, first of all, tonight in Carrollton, they're going to see Killer Carl Cox tear that place apart. And tonight in Marietta, tonight, they forced me into a cage match with Bob Armstrong. Well, he's not going to bust my head open. He's not going to hurt me. Tonight in Marietta, his hometown, I'm getting rid of him.
Well, indeed. Some interesting comments. And Mr. Ladd,
Did you see how black and blue that egg-sucking dog was today? You see his head busted over to his back end, all beat up, bruised up. Looked like he had been in a hatchet fight, and everybody had a hatchet but him. But I can assure you one thing. I know he's stooping very low. He's gone to the bottom of the barrel to get old Thundermouth out of the barrel. Holler, a yick, 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 a yonk, 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 a yick, 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 a yonk, yonk, yonk. Ain't nobody gonna do this, and I ain't nobody gonna do that. Well, you gonna suck eggs like old egg-sucking dog, Thundermouth. I guarantee you, bring your carcass back to your Thundermouth, somebody's gonna hurt you. You know what they say about your kind and my kind? We can't stand one another, Thundermouth. And Thundermouth, you get out of here before I get in here because you're scared of me. And you better get out of here again because I'll hurt you for the rest of your life. You'll be crippled in the head. Hey, wait a minute. We don't want no secrets out. Because we have a little necktie party for that egg-sucking dog. And I feel sorry for you, Thundermouth, for being such a big fool to be a part of something that's going to get you hurt.
let me ask you a question.
Hey, you're not in this, don't we? Hey, look, we're not revealing nothing. You direct all your information to me and get that camera and don't be trying to figure out who this gentleman is. All I know is a fine gentleman, and he gets the job done. He won't turn his back on you. He won't be like the egg-sucking dog. Lay down. Hey, you camera people, don't be doing it. What are you trying to do? What are you trying to do?
Well, I'd like to ask him a...
Look,
Well, I'll tell you what.
just tell the man to keep the camera in one place and don't go crazy. Now, what question do you want to know?
Well, I wanted to ask him a question.
You want to ask me a question. What do you want to ask me?
No, I don't think I have any further questions for you, Mr. Ladd, or for this gentleman as far as
That's
that
how
goes.
this gentleman take care of business. We take care of plenty of business. We take care of. We're going to get in the ring, and we're going to take care of some plenty serious.
Thank you very much, and here's a special word of interest to all wrestling fans.
At 320 pounds, the big cat, Ernie Ladd, and his mystery partner. Their opponents from Cartersville, Georgia, weighing in at 215 pounds, Ted Allen. His partner from Florida, Vinny Bellato.
All right, Vinny Bellato and Ted Allen going up against Ernie the Cat Ladd and the mystery man. Ernie the Cat Ladd moving out first. Vinny Bellato meeting him head on. High hip toss by Ladd. Ladd smashing him into the mystery man over there. Bellato fighting back now, powering away at Ernie Ladd, caught by the mystery man once again. Ernie Ladd catches him in the pit of the stomach. Ladd moving against him very effectively. Snapmare that takes him to the canvas. Up over those ropes, and it is Bellato charging back at him very quickly. Ladd brings him up a big bear hug. Forces him back into the far turnbuckle. Bellato in trouble now as Ladd. Caught him in the side of the shoulder that time. Makes the tag with Ted Allen. Allen moves in against this mystery man. And they've thrown the rule book away here. All right, it's the mystery man. Ted Allen off those ropes. High backdrop. Allen coming up very slowly. Allen hurtled into the knee of Ernie the Cat Ladd. Allen caught again. And Allen would do well to try and get over and tag up if he can. Caught him with a backbreaker. Did not allow the pin. The mystery man did not allow the pin. Brings him up again. Has the pinfall this time on Ted Allen. So the mystery man, who obviously is extremely familiar with chains, but I can't find out any further information. There's a lot of conjecture as to exactly who he is.
All of you right now, and we'll get it all over.
There's your challenge. Michael Hayes has challenged Ted DiBiase and Hayes into the ring. And wait a minute, Hayes leaving the ring. Hayes in and out of that ring about as fast as you could. And now Buddy and Terry trying to keep Hayes from going back into that ring. And they're trying to convince him not to... Don't forget, during the next hour, we're going to have... Wait a minute, Terry Gordy has jumped in there. Terry Gordy has gone into the ring.
You know, I'm very happy that Michael did not get in the ring. I've seen this match before, Sully, and he's seriously injured people in the past. I think Ted DiBiase should be thankful that Michael did not get in the ring with him because he could have seriously put him out of business.
Well, some interesting comments from Buddy, saying that he's very happy that Michael Hayes did not go into the ring. Ted DiBiase beginning to straighten up things with Terry Gordy in a hurry. DiBiase closing in on him again. DiBiase charging, that time caught his shoulder in the turnbuckle. Gordy quickly seizing advantage of that situation. And it is DiBiase. Full slam, then Gordy catches him to the side of the jaw. And again, Michael Hayes is not in the... Bit of a move by Ted DiBiase. Almost had him for a pinning combination that time. DiBiase moving again. Good block by DiBiase. And DiBiase gets his new play. DiBiase's having problems trying to get up, however. He is undoubtedly wrenched his back. Gets Gordy coming in, catches him again. And DiBiase stinging right hands now. Gordy missed with that. Now a full slam by Ted DiBiase. DiBiase going for the goal. Wait a minute. Michael Hayes came in there, and DiBiase moved after him again, and now DiBiase going outside the ring after Michael Hayes. He's being blocked at the pass by Robert Fuller. And Michael Hayes trying to get away. Robert Fuller catches up with Michael Hayes. Brings him back into the ring. Wait a minute, here comes Buddy. We've got all three of the Freebirds in there. All three of the Freebirds. Fuller hurdled over that top rope. And now Michael Hayes. Fuller smashed into the turnbuckle of the referee, trying to restore order here. DiBiase facing all three of the Freebirds. DiBiase is down, and the bell is rung, but Fuller outside, injured, and now it is DiBiase. Wait a minute. Wait just a minute. A veritable mountain of a man. Moves in. Now the three of them have him down. DiBiase interrupts. Ooh, a pile driver. A pile driver on Frazier, and Frazier's hurt. Frazier is hurt. There is no question about that. Frazier's hurt. I don't know how badly. And there's no way that any one person can stand up against three. DiBiase getting back to his feet now. Robert Fuller on his feet, but Frazier is not on his feet. Frazier's still down. He was pile drived by all three of the Freebirds, and of course now they are administering to him, as you can see, and how badly he's been hurt, I just don't know, but he took a full pile driver from all three of the Freebirds. Frazier is over 400 pounds. You couple that with the fact that the three of them drove him into the mat, the manner in which they did, and so we definitely have a problem here with Stan Frazier, a man who seemed possibly impervious to injury, has unquestionably been hurt. I don't know how badly. Certainly we'll try and find out and bring you information on that as quickly as we can. Don't forget, during our next hour, it will be the Hulk going up against Andre the Giant. And that's all the time we have for this hour. Until the next hour, Gordon Soley saying so long. As to the injuries on Stan Frazier, be obviously has a jammed spine on this situation.
First of all, Gordon, you know me, and the people watching this show know me and know that I am not the kind of man that goes around sticking my nose in somebody else's business. Now, I came out here last week as a commentator with you to commentate a match, and I ended up in the ring. Well, you can't stand by sometimes and watch something happen that you've seen happen time after time after time. Now, Stan Frazier and Robert Fuller have been lied to. I was lied to today on this TV program. The people watching this program have been lied to. And we are all sick of it. Last week, Stan Frazier and Robert Fuller were promised a heads-up match for the tag team titles, and Michael Hayes stuck his nose in the ring again. Today, he came out here yelling and screaming about everybody calling him Michelle and calling him a woman, and he wanted to prove to everybody that he was a man by challenging me. And who did I end up wrestling, Michael Hayes? I ended up in the ring with Terry Gordy.